Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so sorry. My allergies are killing me right now. The beautiful thing is, it's beautiful outside. With that comes allergies. And no, I'm not crying. My eyes are watering. You will see me sneeze, but it's okay. We're going to get through the allergies. We're going to be doing... Look at this. This is ridiculous right now, guys. This is ridiculous. Frank, first in the chat, man. What's going on, Frank? Crypto Rocketeer, earnings. Oh, man, I forgot we have earnings today. Dang it. We got Mark, Tim Hogan, Miguel, Tim, Paul, Shredder, Miguel, and Shiba Daddy. Clay will turn the market around after he spanks it. Boom, baby. I hope so. I hope so. Feels like I'm getting spanked right now. My gosh, gotta fix that. Gotta fix that. All right, let's go see what we got going on in the market right now. We've got everything going down. Oh, my gosh. We've got AMC sitting at 1247 right now. Low of the day, low of the day. Yes, that is the low of the day. We are hitting all-time recent lows. 1246. Shiba Inu coin hitting all-time recent lows. 1460 right now. We've got GameStop sitting at 9861, down 14.5% on the day. Bitcoin, oh my gosh, Bitcoin is toeing that $30,000 line, guys. $30,450 right now. And we're going to be keeping an eye on that one at $30,000. The NASDAQ losing almost 5% right now. The NASDAQ is down 4.60%, 11,500. This was the best line we could come up with for support, and it is breaking right through that. I mean, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is weekly charts. We've got 6 red weeks in a row. Not a single gain in the last 6 weeks. We go all the way back to November. Not a substantial gain, except for this week right here. And that's the week that AMC took off to $34. So we're definitely pulling back on the NASDAQ, and we are sitting right around this resistance level back in 2020, but now support level in 2022. So we're going to see how that holds up there. We hope that it holds up, man. I would hate to be testing lows of $6,600 per share again, or 6,600 points per share again. 6,600 points for the index, so it's not per share on the NASDAQ. Prague, or Biora, down 14% today. Farmy sitting right there at 9 cents flat. Ridiculous on this one. 9 cents flat on Farmy, 901. We're watching Sundial lose 10% today, sitting at 40 cents per share. Mullen Auto, $1.07, down 10.5%, almost 11% right now. CEI down 12%. The SPY down 3.5%. BBIG losing 12 on the day. Highcroft Mining down 17%. A little bit more, and Aron and AMC will be in the red on Highcroft Mining right here. Down 17% alone on the day. Netflix down 5% today, sitting at $172 per share. Absolutely ridiculous losses across the board right now. We are watching AMC, we are watching GameStop, and we are watching Bitcoin. Let's see. Sorry, Miguel. I'm not a big gangster rap guy. I was just trying to be cool. And everybody, that's all everybody wants to ever do is be cool, man. Where we at here? Ran the numbers. Looking to roll in those cash secured puts today. It was a realized gain, 13.75%. Boom! Nice job. Now that's what I'm talking about, man. 13.75% in a day. It's amazing, man. Market ripped my sack off. Seeing the bloodbath. Shiba Daddy. That sounds like a very rough day, man. It does. And I'm still playing it bullish. Frank, man, nice. Check out Cardano. What is Cardano doing today? I don't know where Cardano is at. ADA, 61 cents. Cardano falling through major support levels. It's 78 cents. My gosh, I forget where Cardano was. 5-10 cents a couple of years ago. It is, it ran all the way up to $3, sitting at 61 cents right now. Guys, if you believe in the future of cryptocurrency, we're being offered these sales on a silver platter, man. We truly are. If you believe in the future of the stock market, we are being offered a silver platter right now. I mean, you look at this decline here. ABCT down 19.60%. ATER, a lot of people watching this one down 7% today. 9% on AMD, a solid company. Pulling back all the way to where we at 2020 levels, man. 2020 levels on AMD. Solid company there. Bionanogenomics. Look at this run that they went on here at the beginning of 2021. Running all the way up to $15. They're currently sitting 90% lower at $1.34. We've got Alibaba getting ripped. Bed Bath & Beyond ripped. We got so many sales going on right now. Binance coin down to $300 per coin. I mean, you're talking silver platter sales, and all we got to do is take advantage of them. I mean, yeah, nobody wants to live through sales like this, but you're in the market and you will be taking advantage of these sales. So you're going to be doing very well longer term. Tim, thank you for the 2-month member chat. Official Shib billionaire today. Now watch it add a zero. Just my luck. Oh, Tim, I hope it does not, man. I hope it does not add a zero. But look, dude, if it does, you know, we are shifting focus to that longer term mentality, I guess, is a good way to put it. Now, clearly, you know, we have to have a long-term mentality in the beginning, but everybody loves when things are going higher, and it kind of reins you in a little bit. You get that short-term mentality when you're looking at gain after gain after gain after gain after gain, and everybody thinks it can only ever go up. Right now, we're seeing loss after loss after loss after loss after loss, and everybody only thinks that it's only ever going to go down. So we are shifting mentalities to a longer-term focus right now. I think you're going to be just fine, even if it does add a zero, Tim. Oh, man. And Shiba billionaire. I like it, Tim. Probably still believe it's not a market crash. Stock market junkie. Well, look, dude, market crash, you know, I don't know if this is necessarily the right pace for a market crash, right? Oh, man, what are we at now? 30%? 16? We lost 5,000. Yeah, we're approaching a 30% decline in the NASDAQ. And it is clearly a drastic pullback in the price of the NASDAQ here. I don't know if it's necessarily a market crash, right? I mean, if you are looking at a monthly chart, you can still see that it's down drastically, yes, but we're still hitting these higher lows, right? We're still hitting these higher lows here at a decent pace on a monthly graph. The thing about a crash is I would expect it to happen quickly, but this is by far, man, I would definitely consider this a bear market that we're in right now. I would definitely consider it a bear market. I mean, you have to go back, honestly, on the NASDAQ, you got to go back to 2000 before you even see remotely similar price action. You got to go to the dot-com bubble on the NASDAQ. You can't even tell what happened in 2008. You can't even tell what happened in 2008 to the NASDAQ here. It looks like nothing, man. Looks like nothing. What we're seeing right now makes 2008 just look like a little dip. You know what I mean? Like, we are experiencing some heavy losses. And going into the close here, I can see, man, we've got the NASDAQ tipping down. We've got Farmy going back down to 892. My God. We've got Biora Therapeutics sitting down at 75 cents. And we are getting ready to close. Looks like everything is going to end about 10% lower today. My goodness gracious, the market is not being... It still goes down, man. It still goes down. People are not buying at all. What losses across the board, man. But Bitcoin does seem to be bouncing back a little bit. That $30,000 level that everybody's watching here, we're going to keep our eyes on that because Bitcoin is sitting at $31,000 after bouncing off $30,328. A recent low. The last time we saw any price this low was July of 2021. So it has been roughly a year since we've seen Bitcoin this low in price. I mean, that is a drastic loss there. So just to go up and summarize the day here, we've got AMC closing at $12.56 today, an 8.72% loss. Shiba Inu coin is sitting at $14.93 right now. GameStop losing 13.86% on the day, closing at $98.80, jumping up to $100 after hours. So a nice green candle after hours on GameStop there. Let's reduce that a little bit so you guys can see it. Bitcoin sitting at $31,000. The NASDAQ lost 4.29% today. Biora Therapeutics closed at 76 cents flat, down 14.08%. Farmy closed at $8.90, currently sitting at $8.90 after hours. No action there. 8.90 cents is what we're talking about. All-time low. All-time low close, all-time low price. No, all-time low price was hit earlier in the day. 0873. 0890, all-time low close there for Farmy. We've got AMC, we talked about that. Ethereum, Shiba, and Bitcoin getting hit extremely hard today. Sundial closing at 41.03, jumping a little bit after hours here, sitting at 42, an entire cent higher. Mullen Auto closed at $1.08 today. CEI closed at 66 cents, currently to 67 cents after hours. The SPY might be trying to bounce a little bit after hours, closed at $3.98 today. BBIG closed at $2.90, jumping all the way up to $3 after hours there. So we get some wild action going on in BBIG after hours, jumping from $2.90 all the way up to $3 in a single tick. Highcroft Mining, $1.28, and Netflix closing at $173.10. So the good news is it does seem like after hours is wanting to be green, unless of course you sell mushrooms, then it's red. It does look like after hours wants to be green right now, so that we should be optimistic about that. But bad news is everything closed the day deep in the red. So we're going to watch Bitcoin here. Hopefully it's bouncing off that level and we do not have to worry about Bitcoin falling through 30,000. Hello everyone, I am back. Frodo is back, man. Nice. Buy before it's late. Rich, if you're buying the dip, man, now could be the time. When moon? Soon moon, JB. Soon moon. We might have to wait for a new moon and then a blue moon and then a blue moon and a new moon again before we see the new moon that we want. But right now, man, soon moon is the mentality. We do look like we're having a decent after hours here. I mean, look, AMC's jumping up to 1287, up 2.5%. Yeah, I don't know what's going on after hours, but it does seem like we might have some buying pressure coming in here, and people were just waiting till the day was over to buy. That's all they were doing, sitting down waiting. More dips to come, says Pringleton. Scoops 1 billion Shiba, billion with a B, mate. Ashish, I like it, dude. Billion Shiba Inu coin right now costs you $15,000. Crypto will still go down. So, Mustafa, it is possible that crypto continues to go down. Let me say this. I really like the future of crypto, but when we were watching Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin has a major level of support here at $30,000 per coin. If it breaks through that $30,000, yeah, I think crypto is going to have a pretty rough patch. I mean, not like it hasn't had one already, but I do think it's going to get worse if it drops down below that. With it holding right now, we can go out longer term on Bitcoin. Let's go to a weekly graph. We can go out longer term to Bitcoin and see that it ran up to about 40,000, pulled back to this 30,000 level, shot up to 65,000, pulled back to this $30,000 level, shot up to 70,000, pulled back almost to the 30,000, shot back up to 48,000. Currently pulling back to this $30,000 level once more. The question is, does it shoot up like it's done in the past and potentially hit even brand new highs? Or if it falls through, do we come back down to this $10,000 level where we really have the next major level of support down here in this area? You know, single digit thousands. Or do we shoot back up? This $30,000 level is extremely important, man. And that's why we're keeping our eye on it. This red line here is extremely important. As you can see, it held up in the past. Will it hold up this time is the question on everybody's mind. If it holds up, excellent. If it doesn't, yeah, man, I think we got a lot of downside left for crypto. Mr. Nice Guy just shot a beer at my nose on that one. You win the internet. Pelosi bought baby formula stock. I don't know why Pelosi bought baby formula stock. I didn't get it, man. Only a good fishing moon matters right now. Mr. Nice Guy. I don't even know what good fishing moons are, but I hope you guys get one. What I do for Shib, what would I do for some Shib to go up? Definitely some sketchy stuff. Eat snakes even. I don't even know if I would eat a snake to... I mean, I guess if it was guaranteed if I eat a snake that Shiba Inu coin... it doesn't have to be raw, right? That Shiba Inu coin... makes an all-time high or loses a zero, yeah, at that point maybe we'd have a lot of money involved with that. But just for fun, I don't know if we're doing anything just for fun. It's getting harder each day to hold AMC. When do we squeeze? Been holding and adding since January of 2021. Jim Gold, man, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. I will tell you, at a certain point, It's not going to be as hard to hold AMC. You're going to become numb to it. But I will also tell you this, man. We are not holding. I don't know when the squeeze is going to be. All right. I mean, that's just me being honest with you. But we are not holding through a normal market right now. When we were holding in 2021, I mean, it was okay because we were watching gains even if AMC wasn't squeezing. It was still going up in price because everybody was buying stocks. I mean, we could see shorts start to cover now, and with the way this market is just acting wicked, we could still see losses. It's a very strange market. But look at after hours. We're up 4% after hours right now. We're back to 13.15 after hours right now on AMC. Like, this is wild that we're already up 4% after hours on extremely low volume. 4,000, 7,000, 10,000, 9,000, 11,000, 12,000 shares when we're trading, 100,000, 74,000, 32,000, 100,000. Like, AMC is rolling after hours right now. It's wild that this stuff is moving up like it is after hours. Even Shiba Inu coin and Bitcoin both bouncing back right now. Stock market closed. Looks like it's time to buy stocks, man. I don't know. Zachary, thank you for the super chat. I don't know. I can't make hearts appear in my eyes, but you can absolutely screenshot it and then put the hearts in there yourself, man. Zachary, thank you very much for that super sticker. Really appreciate you, man. Hey, Clay, where do you see Bitcoin going down to? So it's Summers. My line's on Bitcoin, man. 30,000 is that major area that we are testing today. I mean, I can hope that we only go down to this 30,000 level that we tested today, and it's all good news from here on out. I can hope that that was the lowest we saw. If we do break this level, okay, it might be best to go out to a weekly chart here. We could see that 30,000 is very significant. If it does fall through 30, okay, I believe a lot of people are going to start dooming and glooming across crypto, saying that crypto's dead. Same deal that we had back in 2017. It was a bubble. It has burst. Nobody will ever buy crypto again. It's useless. Buy companies. There's no intrinsic value. All of this stuff. And as you can see on this weekly chart, there's very, very low support in this area right here. 3 weeks, it bounced between 20,000 and 17,000. So there's very little support in this area. The next major level of support is down here at the $10,000 range, okay? So I would not be terribly surprised if Bitcoin does fall through if we don't see a drastic reduction in the price of Bitcoin. Now, whether it goes to 20 and stalls out, whether it goes to 10, whether it goes down to 5 and stalls out, that part I don't know exactly how far down it's going to go. But we're experiencing, even at here, right? Even if this is the lowest we go, we're experiencing buying opportunities right now if we can hold them. But I do think that this 30,000 is very significant on Bitcoin, and that's why we're watching it so closely. What the heck is this? I don't want that on there. Where did that come from? I don't even know where that came from. Did you guys see that Weeble logo? I mean, if you saw that Weeble logo, that's a great transition. Use the link in the description below and sign up for Weeble. But I don't even know where that came from, man. Let's see. AMC Trapper's in the house. What's going on, AMC Trapper? How you doing today, man? Hey, Clay, is a Cardano next line of support at 38? What do you think? So, Zachary, I would have to go out to Coinbase not Coinbase, but CoinMarketCap to look at that, because on Weeble they added it so late that it's not even. It's hitting new lows right now on Weeble. But if we look at Coinbase, all right, where are we at? Yeah, I would agree with you. So what I'm looking at here, what I'm looking at here on Cardano is the long-term graph. Watching it run up in 2017, 2018 to over $1, and then look, you ran from 2 cents to $1. People thought it was done. This is the dip from 2018 all the way through 2020. You're sitting down here at 3 cents, right? Before it runs up to $3. That's a 100x gain in the price of Cardano. It is coming back right now. The only level of support you got before it continues to fall lower, you're right, man. Somewhere in this area right in here, and you can see it tested it here at the beginning of 2021 in the 30 cent range, somewhere in the 30s. And then back here in the 30 cent range right there, and it did it as well here and here. So you were looking at a decent level of support long term in this area of 30 to 40 cents. I don't know exactly where it's going to be. This is a pretty long-term graph here. But yes, somewhere in the 30s could be some support on Cardano. Before you get there, man, you may have a little bit. Not too many people are going to be watching all the way back to 2018, but you may have a little bit in that 60 cent area, kind of where it's at right now. So, I mean, you do have some very similar to the situation in Bitcoin. You've got some long-term support where we're at right now, but you're right, dude. If it breaks through it, you could see another 50% decline from where we are right now in the price of Cardano. Yes, Weeble logo. Well, I have no idea how that got on there, but use that Weeble logo to sign up. Use the link in the description below and sign up for Weeble. Even if you don't have one, man, sign up. You're going to get 5 free stocks and $5 in free crypto. Now's the time to do it because everything's cheap. 8 sounds good to me. Missed what Mr. Nice Guy and Tim were talking about there. Darn it. Mr. Nice Guy bought in a bit today. We're really waiting for $8. Not financial advice on ApeCoin. What coin are we talking about for Ape? Or for 8? All right, great. Weeble link promotion. Yeah, DD214, man. I don't know how I got on there, but use that Weeble link. Who here is not broke AF? In your brokerage account? I think that's why they call it a brokerage account, because everybody right now is broke AF. Bull run starting now. Let's turn this around and moon. Let's get it, Eddie, man. We need to have that bull run starting. And look, we could be starting a bull run now. I mean, Bitcoin's already back up $1,300. So you're sitting back up here at $31,600 on Bitcoin. That's not bad at all. Man, we've got Farmy. I was doing pretty well after hours. Not sitting at 8.5 cents. Pathetic, man. Pathetic. It's the only thing that's down after hours right now. We've got GameStop up 20%. Biora Therapeutics is up 1.5%. Now Farmy is right back up. Was just down 4%. Now it's up 1%. So we got some magical volatility going on after hours there. AMC doing pretty well, up 2% right now. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Shiba do seem to be recovering a bit here. So we got some nice green lines. Hopefully they sustain. If not, you guys know the drill. Sundial sitting down slightly after hours. CEI is up. Mullen Auto break even. SPY up 0.25% after hours. BBIG up 2%. Highcroft Mining up almost 6% after hours. And even Netflix up 0.25% right now. So a lot of interesting action going on after hours today. And I don't know why things would be so volatile. Could you explain a DRS to your shares? I've seen people talking about doing that. Is that something all holders should consider? Pelosi knows there's a formula shortage. Price is going up. Got you. Thanks for explaining the formula shortage there. I did not know that was an actual thing. But yes, so if you're thinking about directly registering your shares, there are some pros and cons to that. I would say that the cons actually outweigh the pros. So if you're sincerely concerned about, naked shares or fake shares out there, and you're severely concerned that your broker is giving you fake shares, or you are going to feel like you're really providing to the cause if you directly register your shares, then you can do so. In that regard, you become the shareholder on record instead of a street name shareholder. Street name shareholder, that's what I would say 99.99% of us in here are, if not every single one of us. We own shares through our broker. Our broker is on the books as the owner of the shares with AMC Entertainment. We simply are a proxy holder. We own them through the broker. So the broker is essentially saying, like, subletting those shares to us, right? You can take part in the gains. We're the legal owner. Our name's on the lease, and you guys are just, renting those shares off of us or holding those shares. We still have full authority over the voting rights. We still have full claim to all of the gains as street name shareholders. We are just not. I'm sorry about these allergies. We are just not the shareholder on record with AMC Entertainment. It makes it very easy to trade if you are a street name shareholder. You don't have to worry about unregistering or not, becoming and transferring your shares and transferring ownership of your shares and things like that when you do go to sell. I would say one of the biggest benefits of the stock market is that you click a button and you can buy it, or you click a button and you can sell it. It's as simple as that. It is extremely liquid, and I believe that that's one of the biggest benefits is the liquidity and being able to just click a button and make your trade happen. If you're directly registered and you have to go through registration and you have to go through record changing when you do intend to sell, it takes away what I think is one of the biggest benefits of the stock market. But it's completely up to you if you think that being on record is more important than liquidity. Like this video, man. 50 likes, please. Come on! Listen to Shiba Inu, and thank you very much. So maybe not happening. It's getting shorted still, despite Elon's 54.20 Twitter or Tesla? Priggleton, Twitter or Tesla? Dang, man. AMC rolling 6% after hours right now. What is going on? It's still really low volume. Not now. That's 19,000 shares being traded there. 20,000 on this candle. A lot of action going on. Oh, we get the earnings report coming out. That's why we got a lot of action in AMC here. Crap, I don't have that set up to listen to that right now. I gotta go out here. Hold on. I gotta go out here and get this set up. I should have had that set up before. They're going to start at 5 p.m. I may record while they're going on here. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We'll jump in that closer to 5 o'clock. So we are registered for that right now. Somebody keep an eye on that. We'll jump in that closer to 5 o'clock. But yeah, I forgot to do that. Let's see where we at. Dushalan is running. Pages, Planet Protectors, very nice. Or Francis, is this why they call them brokers? The you being left broke is the name. DD214, that's exactly why they call them brokers, man. Mess around the short-term stock market, you could end up broke. That is you being left here. Yeah, that is exactly right, man. Any news for Shibarium? Hank, nope. The latest news I got on Shibarium is the same news you got, man. That in the next several weeks to few months is the expected release date. So that's the best I got. I'm going to imagine, sometime before the end of August, but that's just me guessing. American announced today that AMC cured cancer, and we will still go down another 10%. Crazy, still holding strong. Diego, I actually agree with that. I think America could come in there and say that Elon Musk paid off AMC's debt, and AMC would still go down. Like it is the market right now is. It doesn't make sense. It's nonsensical. Let's see. Tim, thank you for the super chat. Tim says, get good. Get good. Get good. I don't know what this get good is. Get good. Get good. Get good. Tim, man, get good. Thank you very much for the super chat. And get good, my friend. Get good. Whatever that means. Get good. For real. Shiba Inu go down. I sold all. Ended up buying a ride stock at a low $1.58. The best strategy move that I made, honestly. So hopefully tomorrow my Shiba Inu bag will be fat AF. Mr. Get 'em. So you Shiba Inu go down. So you sold all your Shiba and you bought ride? What? I don't know what ride is. Where's it at? Hey man, so look, yeah, if you bought it at $1.58, you bought it at $1.58 earlier today, and it closed at $1.78. Very nice, dude. Very nice. You made what, about 10% there? So that's a very good move, especially in a one-day time frame. If it continues to move down, I mean, you know, clearly I don't know if you're going to be celebrating the move, but it does look like looks like the stock's been getting hammered for a while. But just be careful, right? Just be careful. Everything's been getting hammered for a while, so I don't think that you're honestly too far off with anything that you're holding. Which skeleton won the beauty contest? Skeletor. John J. But nice, man. I don't know what it means either, but it's funny AF. I don't know. I really don't know what it means if anybody does. Mr. Nice Guy. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Thank you very much for the good game. Mr. Nice Guy, man. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Algorithms on AMC about to trip. Dude, it does look like they really are. It was just up 6%. Now it's only up 1.80%, sitting at 12.75. Hit 13.43 and currently sitting at 12.68. So extreme volatility after hours for AMC here. Everything was up a minute ago after hours. You know, now we're seeing everything start to turn the other direction and come back down after hours. So we are having some volatility after hours today on the stocks and crypto that we're watching. So AMC was doing very nice. AMC printing some red candles. GameStop had some massive volatility here. Shiba Inu coin and Bitcoin still up, but producing some purple candles here. Look, AMC's going right back up, way above 13 now. I mean, this is some wild volatility in AMC. Gosh, hitting 13.13 after, like, my goodness. Back up 5%. Back up 5%. So we're watching some volatility in AMC. Let's see. Thanks, Mr. Nice Guy. Hey, bro, I was live. Power Zone. Beautiful day today. So hopefully we get, I mean, beautiful weather, right? Beautiful weather. Stock market, beautiful buying opportunities. But for those that don't have cash to buy, it does lead to some very difficult times for us, man. How do you feel about the Zeldaverse? So Pages, Planet Protectors. Honestly, know nothing about Zeldaverse. I really don't know what they got going on. It's the result of gamers who say a practice. It's supposed to be get good. Oh, really? It's the result of gamers who can't say practice. It's supposed to be get good. Gotcha, Frank. So it's a gaming thing. Get good, man. Get good. Get good. Get good. Get good. Get good. Get good. That's what it means. It means you need to practice more. You gotta get good. Let's see. RIP. Upstart SoFi will be next tomorrow. Tap channel, man. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to manifest some green. We got nothing but red. I don't think it's working out very well. So, yes, I am always hopeful for tomorrow posting some big green candles. That's what we're looking for. Get good. Yes, Detroit Demon. You know exactly what we're talking about. AMC beat earnings per share. Fortune favors the bold. Do we have the AMC numbers out already? Let's see if we've got some news out here on AMC. Has it been released? Let's see. All right, so yes, as of 6-7 minutes ago, we have we got a revenue and an earnings beat. So earnings per share were a loss of 52 cents per share, and that is an earnings beat of 15 cents. Revenue came in at $785 million in the first quarter, and that beats revenue expectations by $42 million. So, yes, we did have some very strong numbers for AMC's earnings report. What it's going to come down to now is whether or not Aron gives us some good, I guess, clarity and some very nice talks during his earnings call here, because the actual numbers were looking very good in the first quarter. Earnings estimate came in at negative 63 cents, and you're sitting there at a negative 52 cent earnings per share. 52 cent loss instead of a 63 cent loss. This says these guys must have been Seeking Alpha must have been using different estimates than Benzinga was using there. And then sales, $785.70 million, beating the estimated $736 million in estimated revenue. So revenue and earnings looking very good for AMC. And after hours, the chart's doing okay. The price is moving higher. We're sitting at 13.08 after hours right now. We got to see if those gains can continue, because we don't need any losses on a nice earnings beat. The last thing I want to hear is any mention of dilution. We can talk about, you know what, maybe I should change the title to AMC earnings call. Somebody remind me to change the title to the AMC earnings call once we get closer to it. AMC BDPS, yes. Sabro House Life, saw that. Fortune favors the bull, yes it does. Upstart is down 40% now on the earnings. Ooh, Upstart. I don't know what Upstart is. Gosh. Upstart is getting blasted after hours here. It was trading at $77 at the close. Dropped down to $44.50 after hours on earnings here. Man, I mean, what are they selling their company? Wow, man. Look at this. They had good earnings. Upstart, I don't know what Upstart is, but Upstart had good earnings. Earnings per share of 61 cents, and the estimate was for 51 cents. They beat earnings expectations. Sales came in at $310 million. Estimates were $300 million. They beat revenue expectations. But they're down. They're losing 40+% on, I guess, revenue looking to increase at a slower than expected pace. Their forward guidance dropped the stock price 60%, even though they are doing extremely well. Guys, what is Upstart? I don't know what they do. AI lending platform. Okay. So you can go out there and you can find whatever loan is right for you. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know if that justifies a 40% decline. I mean, you're talking drastically lower market cap right now. Man, what is their? So they have been doing phenomenally well. And they're still doing well. Fourth quarter revenue, $287. This revenue coming in at $300. So clearly they've been growing at an extremely fast pace. And look at the beginning of 2021 here. Quarter 2 of 2021, they gained 13,000%. I don't know if that is necessarily justified. What does this overall chart look like? Gosh, man. They're coming back down to this level of support right here. Man, they were at $400 back in November. They've lost 90% of their value since November. They're sitting at $47 right now. And they were at $400 back at the end of October into November. That is a major decline. My goodness. Tesla closing the day at $787 today. I didn't even see that, man. Wow. Tesla closing the day at $787 today. Frank, thank you very much for the super chat. Frank says, a donation from my Twitch channel, $2.01. Nice. Frank, dude, how many followers you got on Twitch over there now? You killing it over on Twitch? Guys, go follow Frank on Twitch, man. And thank you very much for that. His name is Frank CFV over there. Make sure to check him out. If you guys watch, listen, I don't play any video games. I don't know what games he plays. But if you guys want to hang out with Frank playing video games, absolutely check that out. And look, even if you don't want to watch every day, man, show the dude some support, right? Good game equals... No. GG equals good game, man. Not good game or good gains or whatever. Psh, no, dude. No. Good game is GG. Come on now. GG no REK. Thanks, noob. Stacks Ape Nation. Remember, for 8 months. Thank you for the member chat. Love y'all. Love you too, Stacks. Thank you for that 8-month member chat, man. So the explanation, Mr. Nice Guy. No, Mr. Nice Guy. A good game is GG. GG, no REK, thanks, noob. Upstart needs to get good, dude. Upstart needs to get good. That is a drastic decline there. Is there an AMC earnings call? A coin on the Coinbase. Is it the coins? We should make purchases on Coinbase instead of the Shibs or even the SafeMoon, Inu coins. Please need help here. Okay, USA people. Okay, thanks. Yeah, so we got an earnings call on AMC in about a half hour. And AMC is not a coin, though. I don't know if you're talking about AMC being a coin. AMC is a stock. It's a company. But we do need some help in the Bitcoin and the Shiba Inu coin realm, man. Strong and stronger is cheap now. Everything's extremely cheap now. 168 followers. Frank killing it, man. Very nice, dude. Hey, Clay, how low do you see AMC going if the market continues to crash? Peter James, excellent question. Low, dude. Low. This market that we're in right now, it's not acting logically. It doesn't make sense to me. There's so much fear and so much sell-off that it truly is sickening, man. It truly is sickening. It's just disgusting, the losses that we're seeing here. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if every single stock on the market went to a penny. I really wouldn't, dude, because nothing makes sense. It doesn't make sense for everything to go to a penny, and nothing is making sense in the market right now. So I don't know how low these stocks are going to go. I just know unless something changes in this market, we're going to be seeing sell-off and after sell-off. Hearing Shib will gain a 0. Should I pull half my investment on Shib? So, Ryan, here's my thoughts on that, right? I'm watching that red line on the bottom left. I'm watching that red line on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin falls through that, I do think that Shiba Inu coin, along with every other cryptocurrency, is going to fall and potentially fall pretty hard. I wouldn't have a problem at that point, pulling half my investment, pulling my investment, and waiting for some lower lows or new lows to be hit. With that being said, my strategy shouldn't be your strategy. Because I believe if it does fall through that level, it's going to go even lower. If it maintains that level, it's a very strong level of support. So knowing that I think, yes, it is going lower at this point, it doesn't make much sense, okay, to hold through that dip and hold through that, I guess, pullback if you believe it's going lower and you can get back in at a lower price. If you, for some reason, you're sitting on long-term capital gains, you're about to hit long-term capital gains, you don't mind selling right now, you don't want to claim any losses, you whatever the reason being that you wouldn't want to sell. Maybe you think it's going to just dip slightly lower than the 30,000 level, and you don't want to risk not being able to get back in if it starts to run pretty quickly. So if you don't think it's going to go much lower than that level, no, I mean, it wouldn't make too much sense to get out at that point. So it is it is your choice on what you do, but you don't have to hold something just to hold it. You know what I mean? You are absolutely allowed to sell and get back in later, whether it ends up being a mistake that you sold it and you get back in later at a higher price, or it ends up working out very well that you sold it and you get back in at a much lower price. So, you know, it is completely, and nobody knows what's going to happen, man. You know, I could sell at 30,000 and wake up tomorrow and it's at 50,000, right? Nobody knows what's going to happen. It could absolutely end up being wrong. What time's the call? Have I missed it? So Sid Who? No, you have not missed the call yet, man. Call starts, I believe, at 5 o'clock. So we've got this right here. Yeah, 5 o'clock. So if you go out here, you can see AMC fourth quarter. Oh my gosh, it just moved. Where are we at? No, here. This is the one we want. AMC, the first quarter 2022 earnings webcast starts Monday, May 9th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So we will be watching that at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know if I will be actively sitting here. I know we usually takes like an hour plus, so I may record videos while he's doing that. Not 100% sure. Well, yes, the earnings call will be playing. Hello, do you still hold something long term, or have you sold everything for now? No, so Tap Channel. I'm sitting on barely any cash in my brokerage account here, and I do plan on holding like Zcash long term regardless. If you're talking crypto, I don't really plan on selling any Zcash. I won't sell any of my Ethereum Classic, like the coins that I've mined, or even the Raven coin. I'm not going to sell those coins because I've mined those coins. Nobody knows. Like, those coins aren't associated with my name or anything in any way. So I'm going to keep those coins. The ones that I have, actually, I think I may just hold whatever I have in Trust Wallet. But the other stuff that I have, I don't mind selling that. But as far as stocks go, no, I'm still heavily invested. I'm not in cash at this point. USA is already in war with Russia. Russian team versus USA team. Well, roulette wheel. Hopefully USA wins then. Crane shows the USA team, and that what all this fuss is, and that is what all this fuss is about. Hey, what about taxes? Yeah, McLovin, dude. That's one of the reasons why you may not want to sell, right? It's your taxes or your business. I don't know what you guys are doing with your taxes, but that could factor into your decision on whether or not you prefer to hold through a dip, whether or not you prefer to sell during a dip, and things like that. But that is absolutely something to think about when weighing your decision. Are we out of the woods? Disturbed. Disturbed. Nope. Ride it out. It'll be epic. So Disturbed. I don't think we're out of the woods yet, man. Crypto or stocks, right? AMC included in that. What we can see, Bitcoin was doing very well here, but once again, man, started to turn around. This market is honestly wild, dude. This market is wild. We're seeing so much fear right now that it's just crazy, dude. And I know that I sound like a broken record saying that it's wild, it's crazy, it doesn't make any sense, but it doesn't. It doesn't. I truly believe the amount of fear that we're seeing is unjustified. Should we be fearful? Hey, yeah, we probably should be fearful right now. But I still don't think the fear would justify the current levels that we're at. So, I think we're too far down based on a logical amount of fear. But that's the thing. People are not logical. People are emotional. Dang it, Tim, I want to buy more Shiba. Let's get it. AMC stock is dropped during and after every earnings call. I don't expect much action. Yeah, so the earnings report does look good. The numbers look good. Now we're going to have to listen to Aron and whether he thinks that they're good or not. On a blood red day, I had to stop in and show my support. I'm not leaving. Diamond Bros, baby. Why would I leave now? That's what they want us to do. Peace and good luck to all. Ronald, man, absolutely. And thank you for being in here, even on the blood red day that we've got today, man. It's an insane day. I mean, it really was. NASDAQ finished 4.29% lower today. after dropping for the last 6 straight weeks. If you sell your crypto at a loss and have to buy back in at a lower price, why not just hold and buy more at the lower price to do dollar cost average? I don't know, mixing emotions about. So Corby's, that is an option. But let's use that example, right? Let's say, and just to keep the numbers nice and even, we're not going to do any crazy math. Let's say you get $1,000 right now. Whether you started with 2,000 or whatever, 5,000. I know the losses have been crazy, but let's say you've got $1,000 in crypto right now, and you honestly believe it's going to go lower. You have an option, right, to sell or to hold. If you sell, you've got $1,000 cash sitting there, and let's say it comes in, and let's just say that buys you 100 million Shiba Inu coin. Okay, let's say you can get 100 million Shiba Inu coin with that. Let's say everything falls off, and it falls off hard. You're going to be in a position then where if you held, you're sitting on, you still get 100 million Shiba Inu coin, but it's worth $100. Okay? If you can, yes, of course, dollar cost average in on the way back down, but in that case, you're spending more of your money. Okay, you're spending more of your money to put it in there, which is completely fine because now you might have 150 million, 200 million, 300 million Shiba Inu coin because the price is so low, but you're adding new cash. If you sold, you're sitting on $1,000 and you have 0 Shiba Inu coin, but the price falls off. So instead of having 100 million Shiba Inu coin that is worth $100 at that point, now you've got that $1,000 sitting there because you sold. You've got a decision to make. You can either spend $100 and have your 100 million Shiba Inu coin and be in the same position you are if you hold, or you can spend all $1,000 and get back into Shiba Inu coin because essentially that's putting you in the same position, but now you own 1 billion Shiba Inu coin. Or yes, 1 billion. The 100 million times the 10. So in that case, it would probably be better to sell and get back in lower if you're ignoring all other factors. If you're ignoring all other factors like taxes and reasons to hold and things like that. And that is still that's a steep decline that we're using in this example. It's a decline of another 90% from where we're currently at. So that is using like extreme numbers and just nice round numbers. But those are the things you have to think. You see a clip on Twitter where they're blaming us for the market crashing memesters the cause because we held and didn't sell. No, AMC Trapper, I did not see that. That actually wouldn't make any sense at all. The market would be crashing because people are holding. That doesn't. Whoever said that obviously doesn't understand how a stock price goes down. People that are selling would be causing the stock prices to go down. So I don't know who said that, but no, man, that doesn't make any sense. Hopefully it was one of those people that are on TV. One of those people that are on TV and supposed to be on the up and up. Stacks Ape Nation, thank you for the salt check. You get to take that salt, man. Salt's good. And for good luck, you pour that salt out. You pour it on the table and you throw it over your shoulder. And because salt tastes so good, you just... but every time it gets in your eye, man, and it stings. Stacks Ape Nation, thank you very much for the super chat. Absolutely appreciate that. And looking back over here, man, I see Bitcoin coming back down. Farmy sitting down 3.15% right now at 8.62 cents. My God, dude, we're just gonna lose it all. We're gonna lose it all on this stock right here. It'll jump back up though. 8.62%, 3.5% decline on 155 shares. Nonsense there, man. Nonsense. AMC doing very well. GameStop is up. Prog is down a little bit. Sundial and Mullen both down after hours. Mullen Auto sitting at $1.04. CEI up 0.75% after hours. The SPY basically break even. BBIG break even. Highcroft Mining at 1%. And Netflix basically break even after hours as well. Man, we're going to keep our eyes on Bitcoin here, though. Turning purple and moving lower. So we'll be watching that. I saw that, Trevor. Hilarious. Man, Ronald. I did not see it, but it sounds crazy to me. Are you going to listen to earnings? Yeah, Crypto Rocketeer. So we will be listening to the earnings call I may not stay on camera. I may actually take the camera down and do some videos while he's on the earnings call, because I know that dude stays on forever, and I'm gonna need to get some videos for that. Off topic, chip row update. So Tim, okay, I do have a chip row update. So this morning I'm sitting there and I'm feeding chip row, right? He's jumping in, and he's nice and dry, right? It's a beautiful day outside, very good. And then all of a sudden he jumps back in, and he's dirty and wet. And I'm like, what did you do, man? I understand you might be digging down or something to go put your seeds in your hole or whatever, but jumps in, he's dirty and wet. And then jumps back out, and a minute goes by, and he's completely dry again. Dude, I had 2 chipmunks coming in this morning. And the one that was dirty and wet, I don't think that was chip row. I think that was a different one. I got a video of both of them, so I'm going to have to go through and do like a spot the difference type of deal. Maybe I post the difference. Maybe I post 2 pictures side by side on Twitter or something and let you guys spot the difference, because honestly, 2 chipmunks look exactly the same, other than the fact that one was dirty and wet and the other one was like nice and clean and dry. But yeah, the one that ate out of my hand is most likely chip row. Right? The other one just ate out of the bowl. So I'm going to have to see if I can spot an actual difference in them, because I got 2 chipmunks jumping in here. Lick and stick time, that will move Shiba up. Lick and stick time will always move anything up. Eat a snake. No, I'm not eating no snake. Come on, that's a lot of freaking shivs. Something is, doesn't see with the shivs. 3 billion in shivs. I'm ready for some more dips. Solo Nippon. A very nice, man. 3 billion Shiba Inu coin. Man, that's pretty nice, man. $45,000 right now. Shiba Daddy, $5. It's $5. He's $5. Chip Bro clapping cheeks. Chip Bro is really filling those cheeks, I'll tell you that. Tim, he knows what he likes. He does. With that being said, as a day trader, it makes no difference to me which way the market is moving. Spaniard. True, man. True. Especially if you're, very nimble and willing to play both sides just on the turn of a, drop of a hat, drop of a pin. I don't know what the saying is. Guess who's back? Back again. I can't wait to hear that music. Let's go, Mike Johnston. Member for 9 months. Mike, man, thank you very much for the member chat. And glad to have you back. Guess who's back? Back again. Mike is back. Tell a friend. Mike is back. Mike, thank you for being back, and thank you for the member chat. Chip Bro found a chip girl. I don't know, man. I don't know. If Chip Bro found a chip girl, did he find he found a dirty girl? That one was dirty, okay? I'm going to have to see which one is which, but I'm going to look at some old pictures and then see if I can tell the difference, because I don't know. Honestly, the dirtier one looked like it might have been chip row, but I don't know where they were going, because I was sitting inside when they were coming in and eating, and then they were clearly going back outside. So I don't know which one would have gone down into chip row's hole, but I don't know, maybe I'll be able to determine if they jump back in tomorrow or something. By the time I get done tonight, they'll probably already be ready to sleep. Hello, guys. I am new to this group. Saeed Mukhtar Sadat. Glad to have you in here. Welcome, my friend. Somebody better dip snake strips and send them to... No. Not happening, Mr. Nice Guy. 117 peeps in here, 63 likes. Hit that like button. Let's help out Clay for all. Ronald, thank you very much. Guys, YouTube actually, they really do like when you click that like button. They recommend this stuff to more people, and they realize you guys are having fun, so they're more willing to share the live stream and videos with people the more likes they have. So do click the like button if you guys can. The greatest day will be when Shiba Inu coin separates from tracking Bitcoin, becomes in its own entity, brings Shibarium, a Shib metaverse. Shib demand continues to create demand. Don't stop. Believe in John. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I think it may need to gain much more in value before it's able to break itself apart from Bitcoin. And when I say much more, dude, it might still need to 30, 40x before we see that happen. Why do I say that? Because, look, dude, we probably can't even tell the difference. We get Bitcoin down here in the bottom left right now. Let's watch Ethereum, second highest market cap coin. Barely tell the difference there. Barely tell the difference. Runs up, comes down, starts to rise again. Runs up, comes down, starts to rise again. So even Ethereum follows the price of Bitcoin. And Ethereum has a several $100 billion market cap at this point. 10x what Shiba Inu coin is, and still much lower than Bitcoin. But I think in order to separate itself, it's still got to gain a ton of value before we get there. Market starts moving up. You FOMO. Psych! It drops back down. Caesar. That is exactly right. Shibro rolled around in the mud. Shibro may have done that. Shibro's not friendly, right? Shibro's not friendly. Let's see. Chip bait. I think it would be very cool if some chip babies were running around in the backyard. I'll hit that like button. You spank some market butt. It's for the cause. Shiba Daddy. Let's make it happen. Any recommendations? Which to buy now? Saeed. It's very difficult, man. It's very difficult to determine what to buy now. Dollar cost averaging may be a decent situation to get yourself into right now, because I don't think that this is going to be the last down day. It is very difficult to determine when the last down day or when the perfect day to buy is. Right now, I truly believe that all of these stocks and all of the cryptos are on major sales, and we're going to see growth. But do we see further decline before we grow? I would say most likely yes. But still, we're right there at that $30,000 line. That's what this red line is on Bitcoin here. We may not reach it. And if we don't reach it, we could start an uptrend, which would be very nice to see happen for crypto. It's just a matter of what traders are willing to do right now. Buy some shit. Welcome to the live chat, Don Shh, and Saeed. Yes, guys, welcome. Especially if this is your first. Is this anybody else's first time in here? Bro, I was thinking that hopefully the Shiba team pay the Metaverse company before Ethereum don't, because if that is not the case, we will have to wait a lot to see it. Yeah, AR. So I highly doubt that they have paid them so far, because they're not done with their Ethereum sales, or they're not done with their Metaverse sales. And I don't know if they needed to sell out in order to buy the Metaverse there. But you are absolutely right. Think about it, man. If they raised, I don't know, I think it was like $20 million. So it was like $20 million the last time I heard. That $20 million has probably already turned into, what did they lose? Like 25%? Probably 15 million. So they've probably already lost $15 million as it's sitting in Ethereum. And that's tough, dude. That's tough. So they're probably sitting on 15 million instead of 20 right now. And if Bitcoin falls through and Ethereum falls down even further, that 20 million could turn into 14, 13, 10, 5. And if it loses 90%, man, if these really do fall through and Ethereum's sitting back down at $200, they're sitting on $2 million. You're probably not gonna build a metaverse for $2 million. So it will be tough to see what happens in the realm of NFTs and so on. Because think about that too. Even if you're sitting on a Bored Ape Yacht Club or, whatever, you might have some of these kids that would still sell their Bored Apes for 100 Ethereum, but 1 Ethereum is $200. You know what I mean? So you can get a Bored Ape Yacht Club for 20 grand as opposed to the 500 grand that it's costing right now. With the prices of these coins falling, it's gonna be interesting to see what NFTs survive, what metaverses survive, who loads up on land in the metaverse. Think about it. You got Sandbox, you got the other side, you got a lot of major metaverses out there now, where with all of these coins falling drastically in value, it's gonna be cheap to load up on land if that's what you want to do. So, I don't know, man. I don't think it's necessarily a terrible time to see stuff fall. It's presenting us with an opportunity to make things happen that we may not have otherwise been able to make happen. Shit, bro, dug up his piggy bank, buy more AMC, Stack Safe Nation. That could be true, dude. That could be true. Apparently interesting to see this time. Yes, it's first time today. McLovin. I don't know if today's your first time. Is it really? Yes, today's my first time here. I need help. Julius. I think we all need a little help. What do you need help with, Julius? Hello, first time viewer. Love, wisdom, freedom. Hello to you, and thank you for being in here. Join the channel, become a bro to get access to perks and get that green name. Yeah, guys, if you do want to get a green name, I cannot remember. I honestly can't remember the last time somebody got a green name. So if you do want to get a green name, make sure to do that. Mike Johnson, I'm going a Solana, non-financial advice. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I had a friend that got Solana at $2. I don't know if he still holds his Solana or not. $2 ran it up well above $200. Would be an amazing 100x gain. Mike, I'm with you. I've been buying a little at a time. Yeah, Ben Grove, man. It's a decent dollar cost average strategy. Stepping in and continuing to add when you can add. One positive outcome of this down market, there will be less new crap coins coming out. Roulette wheel. Yeah, there's likely to be very little crap coins coming out during a down market because they only take advantage of people when they're FOMOing, when they're buying anything. I joined. No green name. Tim, you got a green name, man. You do have a green name. You must be on your Android phone, but you do have a green name. I see it as green, and anybody on an iPhone right now is going to see it as green as well. But the program that I use on here, it is green, and you got that little icon next to your name. But your name is green. I think 30,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, so Life with Maine, man. That's what I'm watching right here on this line. 30,000 Bitcoin bottom. It did not fall through it back here at the end of the beginning of 2021. Did not fall through it at all back here for several months from May to the end of July. Could not fall through 30,000. Didn't fall through it back here in January and is testing it again right now. It is a very strong level of support. If it does fall through, I mean, dude, we basically ran from 10,000 all the way well above 30,000. So with barely any support in this 20,000 level that we've got here, and then we've got it back in 2017, right? That little level of support could be all we have on the way back down to 10,000. So that's why we're watching 30,000 so well and so closely, is because, yes, it could absolutely hold up, but it might not hold up. All right. It's Amy climbing back up the mountain. AMC is going up 3.67% after hours right now. Tim, I see a green name. There you go. Tim is green in the money. I like it. AMC beats expectations up after hours. Yes. AMC beating expectations on both earnings and revenue. Is there any group providing signal? So Syed Mukhtar Sadat. I do not have any trading signals. Okay. There are groups out there that provide moving average crossover signals and different formulas to, you know, hit you up with buy, sell, and hold recommendations and things like that. But I currently don't have any, and I don't know if I will have any trading signals like that. First time for today, watching for a while. McLovin, man. I know I recognize the name. I didn't think your symbol was purple the last time I saw it, but I say back the truck right up now and buy as much as you can on as much as you can budget, because Ben, I do believe as well that it's going to go back up soon. Clipro, essentially the AMC Trapper. I have to watch it then, because that is pretty much nonsense, man. That they'd be saying that. Let me see if they got anything playing here yet. No. Alright, I don't want that to... Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm going to turn the volume all the way down, though, because I certainly do not want to hear any music. I think they're going to start in... Well, they should be starting now. Nope. They haven't started yet. Maybe they have. Nope. They've not started yet. One Bitcoin all day. One Bitcoin. What are we doing? One Bitcoin? Would you rather have a 1 billion Shiba Inu or one Bitcoin? Well, current Bitcoin is 30,000. 1 billion Shiba Inu coins currently 15,000. But I don't know if that's just because they're answering us because of the upside potential or if it's because one of them's 30,000, one's 15,000. Stopping the trip and ain't scared of the dip and buying 10,000 more Shiba right now. I'm not letting a grandma go down. Yeah, man, not letting grandma down. Don't let grandma down ever. For all the new folks in the live stream, welcome. What you're about to see is meant for AMC Trapper. Please come back tomorrow. Oh boy.
Please, that is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference over to John Merriweather, Vice President of Capital Markets and Investor Relations.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Guys, I may not sit here the whole time.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone.
I do want to let you know.
AMC's first quarter 2022 earnings webcast.
I do want to let you know. I may not sit here the whole time.
Is Aron, our Chairman and CEO, and Sean Goodman, our Chief Financial Officer. Before I turn the webcast over to Adam, let me remind everyone that some of the comments made by management during this webcast may contain forward-looking statements that are based on management's current expectations. Numerous risks, uncertainties, and other factors may cause actual results to differ materially from those that might be expressed today. Many of these risks and uncertainties are discussed in our most recent public filings, including our most recently filed 10-K and 10-Q. Several of the factors that will determine the company's future results are beyond the ability of the company to control or predict. In light of the uncertainties inherent in any forward-looking statements, listeners are cautioned to not place undue reliance on these statements. The company undertakes no obligation to revise or update any forward-looking statements, whether as a result of new information or future events. On this webcast, we may reference non-GAAP financial measures such as adjusted EBITDA, operating free cash flow, operating cash burn, operating cash generated, among others. For a full reconciliation of our non-GAAP measures to GAAP results, please see our earnings release posted in the Investor Relations section of our website. After our prepared remarks, there will be a Q&A session. This afternoon's webcast is being recorded and a replay will be available in the Investor Relations section of our website at amctheaters.com later today. With that, I'll turn the call over to Adam.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Following on the heels of our progress throughout 2021, AMC's first quarter of 2022 marked yet another milestone. Thanks in part to Sony's Uncharted and Warner Brothers' The Batman, it was our best first quarter in 2 years. And we exceeded market expectations with a more than five-fold or $637 million improvement in revenue and an almost 80% or $233 million improvement in adjusted EBITDA compared to the same quarter of a year ago. What a difference a year makes. We are especially encouraged that when they did come to our theaters, our guests have been spending like never before, with revenues per patron through the roof, at AMC up 34% above pre-pandemic norms and meaningfully higher than was seen at our largest competitors. During our last earnings webcast, we noted the timing of when big movies would release this year, not because of streaming and not because of COVID fears among patrons, but rather solely because of what titles would open when. We told you on our last call that the first quarter of 2022 would be the softest quarter of this year and that box office numbers would improve sequentially as the year progressed. This view remains exactly how we see this year unfolding, with an improving box office and improving financial performance at AMC each and every successive quarter. But the real news of the day is the $187.4 million domestic opening and the $450 million global opening of Disney's Doctor Strange. This one was the biggest movie opening of 2022 and the second biggest opening of the pandemic era, second only to Spider-Man: No Way Home. Let me say it again to all those who doubted the consumer appeal of movie theaters. Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange. And not only is the movie clearly a big hit, I'm also absolutely pleased to report to you that AMC overperformed for this movie on opening weekend with a 26% domestic market share, considerably higher than our historic 22% domestic market share norms. Given that AMC is the largest movie theater company in the world, we can say to our shareholders with some glee and delight that the resilience of movie theaters is right now on clear display and that the future of the cinema is bright. Indeed, we've already kicked off the second quarter with Sonic, who raced his way to the highest domestic opening weekend of all time for a video game adaptation and has thus far generated nearly $350 million of worldwide box office revenue. And as I said just a moment ago, this past weekend, Doctor Strange. But we believe this is just the tip of the iceberg for what's to come in the summer and the balance of 2022. What an array of compelling and exciting film titles lies ahead for the rest of the year. We are just 2.5 weeks away from the premiere of my personal favorite, Paramount and Tom Cruise's long-awaited and highly anticipated Top Gun Maverick. I saw the movie in a private screening for exhibitors a few weeks ago. It is just stunning. In my view, it's a cinematic masterpiece, and oh my, are we going to sell tickets for Top Gun Maverick at AMC. The second quarter also will include such crowd pleasers as Universal's Jurassic World Dominion, and for audiences young and old, Back from Infinity and Beyond, Pixar's Lightyear. Later in the year, in the second half, we have one amazing title after another, especially including Baz Luhrmann's brilliant biopic of Elvis, starring Tom Hanks as Colonel Parker, along with Illumination's Minions: The Rise of Gru, Marvel's Thor: Love and Thunder, Jordan Peele's latest original edge-of-your-seat horror flick, Nope, and Brad Pitt's action-packed thriller, Bullet Train. The movies keep coming in 2022. We'll finish the year with Warner Brothers DC Comics-based Black Adam, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and 3 more Disney films, which are sure to be monstrous hits, including the animated Strange World and 2 highly anticipated tentpole Disney sequels, Marvel's Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and James Cameron's Avatar 2, the sequel to Avatar, at the time of its original release, the highest worldwide grossing movie of all time. I've had the privilege of spending some time with the brilliant James Cameron and his producing partner John Landau, and have seen actual footage from Avatar 2, which is just glorious. I can tell you with certainty that movie audiences are going to be mesmerized by their return to Pandora. As a result, the entire movie industry is going to end 2022 in grand style. It's just so very clear in our eyes. Just as Nicole Kidman proclaimed in our ever so successful television advertising, which has attained a cult-like status, moviegoers are so eager to return to the magic offered at AMC theaters. They want dazzling images on a huge silver screen. They want to immerse themselves in stories that are perfect and powerful. They want to enjoy comfortable recliner seating, a bucket of buttered popcorn, and a Coke. They want more IMAX and Dolby Cinema screens at AMC than are offered by any other movie exhibitor. And for just a few hours, they want to escape. They want to escape the news, the internet, war, politics, inflation, interest rate hikes, their phone, and the interruptions that inevitably come when at home. So there is no confusion. At AMC, we are very optimistic about the outlook for the 2022 box office, that we believe could be close to double that of 2021 and 4 times that of 2020. No one has a perfect crystal ball, but our hope and current expectation is that the fourth quarter of 2022 will finally reach, or will get close to, pre-pandemic levels of revenue. Some on Wall Street and some in the press have been filling our heads for 2 years now about the rise of streaming and the corresponding end of theaters. This won't be the first time or the last time that conventional wisdom will be proven to be filled with so much folly and so very wrong. Movie theaters have been central to the cultural fabric of America and the world for more than a century, and their promise and potential remains resilient and real. Many of us on this call can remember the revealing and clarifying language that came out of the 1992 presidential campaign when James Carville said, "It's the economy, stupid." Well, for the movie theater business, it's the movies, stupid. And oh, do we have hit movies now coming to an AMC theater near you. I'll be back in a few minutes to provide some strategic updates and take your questions, but now I'll turn the call over to our CFO, Sean Goodman. Sean?
Thank you, Adam, and thanks everyone for joining us this afternoon. During the first quarter, we welcomed 39 million guests to our theaters around the world. This is a very significant increase from the 7 million guests that we entertained in the same period last year. And our Q1 2022 attendance generated revenue of $785.7 million. This is more than 5 times the $148.3 million of revenue that we had in Q1 of 2021. In addition, our Q1 22 adjusted EBITDA improved by $233 million to a loss of $61.7 million, and this compares to a loss of $294.7 million in Q1 of 2021. Clearly, we're making meaningful progress along our recovery path. While Q1 revenue and attendance were well below pre-pandemic levels, this is precisely as we predicted in our most recent quarterly earnings call. Knowing that the timing of when the big movies would be released this year, we said then that the industry box office would rise markedly in calendar year 2022, but that most of this strength would occur in the second half of 2022. In Q1, we saw that the box office momentum built as the quarter progressed, and Q2 has started off strong. Just this past weekend, look at the robust Doctor Strange opening. Indeed, consumers are flocking to the theaters once again. We're very encouraged by the compelling upcoming film slate and our consistently very strong post-pandemic operating performance that reflects our laser focus on both the guest experience and profit improvement initiatives to grow and enhance the business. First quarter consolidated revenue per patron was $20.11. That's 33.7% higher than pre-pandemic Q1 of 2019. Consolidated admissions revenue per patron was up 23.9%, and consolidated food and beverage revenue per patron was up 40%. Both of this is compared to the first quarter of 2019. In our domestic business, admissions revenue per patron increased by 28.5% compared to pre-pandemic Q1 2019, and our international business achieved a 15% increase. The admissions revenue per patron growth was driven by guests increasingly choosing to upgrade to the very best possible sight and sound experiences that can only be found at our premium large format offerings such as IMAX, Dolby Cinema, and AMC Prime. PLF, or premium large format attendance, represented 16% of our domestic attendance in Q1 of 2022 compared to 13% in the first quarter of 2019. And in our international markets, Q1 2022 PLF attendance represented 9.5% compared to 8.1% in the first quarter of 2019. In addition, we also benefited from an overall favorable showtime mix coupled with pricing adjustments, including blockbuster and opening weekend pricing. From a food and beverage perspective, we continue to enjoy exceptionally strong food and beverage revenue per patron, as our guests enjoy the full outside-the-home entertainment experience that is offered at AMC. In our domestic markets, food and beverage spend per patron in the first quarter was $7.52. That is 43.7% higher than the average spend in pre-pandemic Q1 2019. And in the international business, food and beverage spend per patron was $4.40, and that is 35% higher than pre-pandemic Q1 of 2019. Our significant food and beverage outperformance continues to be primarily driven by an increase in the proportion of guests choosing to enjoy our industry-leading food and beverage offerings that are made easy and convenient to purchase through the AMC app. Consolidated other revenue per patron in Q1 2022 increased by 82.4% compared to the same period in 2019, with domestic other revenue per patron increasing 93.5% and international other revenue per patron increasing by 61.9%. These statistics reflect an increasingly higher percentage of guests that are choosing to reserve their seats and to order their food and beverage in advance using our industry-leading website and app. Together with the benefit of diversification initiatives that we've deployed, such as renting our theaters during off-peak times to businesses and government organizations for meetings or other events. In an ongoing effort to enhance efficiency, we continue to be extremely agile in adjusting payroll hours and flexing show times to reflect the market demand and to optimize our efficiency. For example, our Q1 domestic attendance of 25.8 million guests represented 46.9% of Q1 2019 attendance, but it also represented 71% of Q1 2019's attendance per showing. Moving to cash and liquidity, we ended the quarter with a liquidity of approximately $1.4 billion, comprised of $1.165 billion of cash and cash equivalents and $211 million of undrawn credit facilities. As anticipated and as discussed during last quarter's webcast, cash burn this quarter was adversely impacted by normal seasonal Q1 working capital needs. Our working capital almost always comes under pressure during Q1 following a strong Q4 holiday box office, and this year was no exception. Operating cash burn, representing cash burn before debt servicing costs and before deferred rent payback, was $223.9 million, and this compares to $321.6 million in Q1 of 2021. Looking ahead, we expect our cash burn to improve sequentially through the year, with Q2 being better than Q1, but still relatively weak, but with the second half of 2022 being substantially better than the first half, with positive operating cash generation by the fourth quarter. Regarding capital allocation, we continue to pursue a balanced and very disciplined approach to capital allocation. Our priorities remain unchanged. 1, ensuring that we have sufficient liquidity to manage through the recovery phase of our business. 2, strengthen our balance sheet by reducing our debt and associated interest costs. 3, invest in our business to enhance the guest experience. And 4, opportunistically pursue value-enhancing initiatives, including those that lead to diversification of our business. So far this year, we have been very active in allocating capital to enhance shareholder value. As we previously reported, earlier this year we completed a highly successful capital raising, issuing $950 million of 7.5% first lien notes. As a result of this transaction, we were able to repay high interest debt that was raised at the height of the pandemic and thereby reduce our annual interest expense. At the same time, we extended our debt maturities by between 3 and 4 years. During the first quarter of 2022, we also repaid approximately $45 million of deferred rent, reducing our deferred rent balance to approximately $272 million. We expect to further reduce this deferred rent balance during 2022 by another approximately $125 million. And we continue to work on other attractive opportunities to strengthen our balance sheet and enhance our financial flexibility. Actively managing our theater portfolio is ongoing at AMC as we add new high-performing locations and eliminate low performers, all with the goal of improving guest satisfaction and optimizing our overall profitability. During the quarter, we added 3 new theaters and we closed 12. This brings the total number of locations closed since the pandemic began to 95, and the total number of new locations opened to 33, for a net reduction of 62 locations through Q1 2022. In addition, in early April, we announced the acquisition of 7 formerly Bowtie Cinema locations in Connecticut, upstate New York, and Annapolis, Maryland. And last month, we announced a significant investment to dramatically upgrade the sight and sound experience at AMC through the installation of laser projection equipment at 3,500 auditoriums in the U.S. through 2026. This equipment has a value of approximately $250 million, although our upfront capital investment is minimal based on our agreement with our partner, Cineonic. And this new projection equipment is also environmentally friendly and comes along with meaningful operating cost benefits. Net CapEx, including landlord contributions in Q1, was $34.2 million. And for 2022, separate and apart from any M&A activity, we're expecting net CapEx to be in the range of $150 to $200 million. Finally, in mid-March, we announced our investment in Highcroft Mining. As a result of this investment of $27.9 million, we recorded a mark-to-market gain of $63.9 million in the first quarter of 2022. This is based on the share price of Highcroft on March 31st. The theater operating enhancements and efficiency optimization initiatives implemented over the last 2 years have positioned us very well, and we continue to focus on initiatives to grow our revenue, increase our efficiency, enhance the guest experience, and diversify our business, all with the goal of growing shareholder value and ensuring our success in a post-COVID environment. And with that, I'll pass the call back over to Adam.
Thank you, Sean. Before we open up this webcast to questions, I'd like to update you on some of our key strategic initiatives to enhance value for AMC and for our shareholders. Let's start with our strategy at AMC, which can best be described with 3 unmistakable words: recovery, agility, transformation. You'll hear this almost as a mantra a lot from us as we move forward. As for recovery, over the last 5 quarters, our financial performance has clearly indicated that AMC is on a glide path to recovery from the impact of COVID-19. For sure, in 2020, COVID took AMC to our knees. But like the plot in any great fight movie, in 2021, AMC got up off the canvas, dusted ourselves off, steadied ourselves, and started to play on offense again. We get stronger and stronger as each day passes, and pretty soon we'll be back to normal, punching away as you would expect from the number 1 player in theatrical exhibition. We're not where we want to be or need to be yet, but we now see it in our future. 2021 was a better year than 2020. 2022 will be a better year than 2021. And we already believe that given the expected movie slate, 2023 will be a better year than 2022. Our focus remains sharp on guiding AMC to a successful and lasting recovery from the impacts of the pandemic. At the same time as we're working to produce that recovery, we recognize that our industry is filled with change, so we must be agile and nimble in managing through that change. If 2020 and 2021 have demonstrated anything, it's that the management team at AMC is expert in navigating our way through uncharted waters. No matter what the world has thrown at us, we have risen to each and every challenge. Therefore, I have every confidence looking forward that AMC will continue to cope well as we bob and weave and adjust our course as may be required. No matter what change may lay ahead, our agility is the bedrock of which our solid foundation is built, and which in the end should see us through. Taken as a whole, AMC has demonstrated a remarkable ability and achieved a remarkable track record of navigating successfully through change. At the same time, armed as we have been by our shareholders with more than $1 billion war chest, we also will be looking for a transformational and value-creating metamorphosis of what AMC is. It's not enough for us just to bring back the AMC of pre-pandemic 2019. Several of us on this call have noted that AMC shares have traded above historic fundamentals of that old AMC. But you underestimate us, and you underestimate us mightily if you do not think we are looking to change AMC, to make it a bolder and grander enterprise. You do not understand if you do not think we are seeking out new and exciting opportunity. Our Highcroft mining investment is a perfect example. Some were stunned by our announcement because it did not align with their preconceived notions about AMC or what they thought were our core competencies. But during the pandemic, AMC demonstrated a keen insight into how companies could rescue themselves from liquidity challenges. That is the expertise that we brought to Highcroft, and so far so good. At a time when the NASDAQ is off 9% in overall value, our investment in Highcroft Mining has increased by more than 30% as of Friday's closing price. As I've said before, those who think of AMC just in terms of the company that existed pre-pandemic are looking through a rear-view mirror to the past instead of looking through the front windshield towards the future. There is a myriad of opportunity out there as we build a new AMC and grow our way through value-creating initiatives. There will be more Highcrofts ahead, not gold or silver mining per se, although I must say that gold and silver mining was a fun way to start. But we will also be looking for more value-creating investments where AMC can continue to share our expertise and talents. For sure, though, we plan to be deliberative and disciplined in investing in opportunities to enhance our existing business or to diversify into previously unexplored markets or into industries where we can use our bold thinking, penchant for innovation, and capital raising experience to unlock value for AMC and for our shareholders. In addition to talking about our strategy, I also would like to share a quick update on a few previously announced initiatives. First, popcorn. We continue on the path to enter the attractive multi-billion-dollar retail popcorn industry expected for later this year. Move aside, Orville Redenbacher. You have a new competitor. Right now, we're in the midst of focused research and product testing. Among other popcorn-related concepts, later this year, you'll be able to order and have delivered to your home our AMC Feature Fare and Classic Menu items, including, of course, AMC Perfectly Popcorn, flatbreads, pretzel bites, and other snack items. This service will be piloted in key markets, such as Chicago this summer, with plans to launch system-wide in the United States in the fourth quarter of this year. We are also developing, as you know, a line of microwave and ready-to-eat popcorn products to be sold at grocery stores and other outlets so that customers can enjoy our unique and differentiated popcorn offering in the comfort of their homes. Again, hopefully launched to consumers before year end. Second, a comment on a branded credit card. Discussions are now underway by AMC with potential banking partners about the launch of a co-branded credit card aimed at AMC shareholders and moviegoers. Within a year of today, we will aim to place a significant number of these cards into the market. Our hope, too, is that this can be a quite lucrative business opportunity for AMC. Third, on NFTs and cryptocurrency. We have 8 different NFT programs that either already have been launched or are in the works. They've already helped us to stimulate the sale of movie theater tickets for movies like Spider-Man No Way Home, Dune, and The Batman, or to increase the effectiveness of other AMC programs like AMC Investor Connect, which now has some 665,000 enrolled members. We'll continue to explore how NFTs can drive increased profitability for AMC going forward. As for cryptocurrency, with great fanfare, we now accept a wide array of cryptocurrencies for online payments at AMC. The same IT programming that was required for us to accept cryptocurrency also enabled us to accept other payment types, including Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, BitPay, and Venmo, among others. Taken together, these various new payment options impressively recently represented about 35% of our total online payments. Fourth, a comment on our pricing actions. AMC has taken in the past a number of big, smart, and innovative steps on theater ticket and food and beverage pricing. Just look at our revenues per patron in Q1, which have been well on the march with obvious positive result. We've been guided in the past by a simple philosophy. We charged more when there was peak demand, and we charged less when demand was soft. So far, that rational view of the laws of supply and demand has worked well for AMC. And fifth, investments in our theatrical exhibition business. During 2021 and so far during 2022, we acquired 1/3 of the former ArcLight Pacific Theater circuit located in major metropolitan markets like Los Angeles, San Diego, Washington, D.C., and Chicago. And we acquired about 3/5 of Bowtie Cinema's locations, mostly in Connecticut, along with upstate New York and Annapolis, Maryland. When we add AMC's expertise, unique guest offerings, and industry-leading loyalty programs, these new theater locations begin to soar. As an example, our mid-2021 acquisitions of the Grove 14 and Americana at Brand 18, both in the Los Angeles market, have consistently ranked among the 30 highest-grossing movie theaters in the entire United States since joining the AMC family. And we are not done yet. We will continue to explore adding high-profile, interesting, potentially profitable theaters to the AMC network. But we're not just acquiring new theaters. We're also investing in upgrading our fleet of theaters. AMC is committed to significantly grow the number of IMAX and Dolby Cinema locations in the months and years ahead. We are the leader in premium large format screens, and we intend to keep our advantaged position intact, secure, and growing. In addition to PLFs, our first major broad-scale projector upgrade since the transition to digital was announced 3 weeks ago by AMC as we introduced a new premium format, laser, at AMC, where we will begin deploying the latest laser projection technology in our theaters in some 3,500 auditoriums across the United States over the next several years. With this upgrade, AMC moviegoers can expect improved picture contrast, maximum picture brightness, and more vivid color. In short, a much better viewing experience that will get moviegoers off their couches, at home, and into our theaters. As I conclude, I'd like to make a special comment to our avid, enthusiastic, and passionate retail investors who have embraced AMC with gusto over the past year and a half. As an example, there's one group of particularly committed AMC shareholders who sent me a binder, then followed up by an email that were filled with about 1,000 different ideas for AMC. Looking more broadly, the ideas keep coming and keep flowing to AMC from our shareholder base. I think it is well known that I write my tweets myself and I actively read my inbound Twitter feed. So literally thousands and thousands of times I have personally seen your observations and advice. I see your frustrations with your perceptions of how the market works or does not work, your anxiety over the number of so-called failed-to-deliver shares, or your alarm over something that by its very name sounds ominous in dark trading pools. And I hear the advice coming in Twitter post after Twitter post that comes from our approximate 4 million retail investors who own the vast, vast, vast majority of our 516.8 million issued shares. Your ire and anger directed at short sellers is evident. I hear your suggestions that we should call for more market regulation by government, or that we should take more company action by issuing a cash, gift card, or NFT dividend. And I hear how some of you actually want to donate money to help us build up our treasury and or pay down our debt. And that's just a few of the countless suggestions and pieces of advice I have received day in and day out. Not surprisingly, much of the advice that comes in conflicts with the advice that others of you share. And while most comes in constructively, some comes in with hostility or laced with threats. Most is well-intended, but some might be hurled at us with an intent of actually harming me or the company, possibly even coming in from short sellers or others motivated by malevolent intentions. All I can say to all of this is this: I greatly appreciate that you care so deeply. Also, running a company with such broad interest as AMC is an art form, not a science. There is real wisdom required in knowing what to do and knowing what not to do, in knowing when to do it and in knowing when not to do it. Having said that, you should not interpret silence as inaction. We are constantly exploring the smartest courses of action, and I promise you that we will pounce, but only when the timing is right. Being human, we will not always thread the needle perfectly, but for certain know this: we are doing our best. And even with my well-disclosed and advanced stock sales, I still have an interest in 2.9 million AMC shares. That is 793,974 shares that I own outright, and 2,100,076 granted but unvested AMC shares in addition. My every incentive is to think and to act like a shareholder to maximize the long-term value of AMC shareholders, because like you, that's what I am. I am an AMC shareholder above all else. In summary, our first quarter of 2022 was encouraging. Our liquidity position remains strong. The film slate is compelling, and we're playing on the offensive as we grow and diversify our business. While we're still in a recovery phase, the outlook is positive indeed in our view. Oh, and one last thing. Dr. Strange, Dr. Strange, Dr. Strange, Dr. Strange. Go see it. AMC just put a very big weekend on the books, and we're highly optimistic that it's a harbinger of things to come. And if you want to know what's to come, Top Gun Maverick, Memorial Day weekend, then Jurassic World Dominion, and then more and more and more and more. 2022 has me filled with excitement. Sean, Now let's turn to questions, starting with questions from our shareholders.
Thanks, Adam. So we have a few questions to start relating to the upcoming shareholder meeting. Specifically, there's questions about people's voting materials, when they will be received, what is on the docket for voting at the shareholder meeting, and there's a question about will international shareholders be allowed to vote at this meeting.
Thank you for the question. Our shareholder meeting is scheduled for June 16th at 2 p.m. Central Time. It'll be held here in our offices in Leawood, Kansas, a suburb of Kansas City. You all are invited. Those of you who are shareholders anyway. Those of you who are shareholders are invited to attend in person if you wish. We filed all the proxy papers with the SEC on April 29. You can access those proxy papers, if you haven't already seen them, by going to the Investor Relations section of the amctheaters.com website. Look at the Financial Performance tab. It's all there. As for voting materials, you should usually allow about 2 weeks or so for brokerage firms to get the proxy materials to you as a shareholder at AMC. If you do not receive proxy materials by mid-May, you definitely should contact your broker or our proxy solicitor, D.F. King, who is a special toll-free number for AMC shareholders at 1-888-625-2588. That number again is 1-888-625-2588. There are 3 issues up for a vote at the annual meeting. One is the election of directors of some members of our board who are up for re-election. Another is a non-binding advisory vote on say on pay. And the third is the ratification of our external auditors, Ernst & Young. As for our international shareholders, many of whom will be listening to this call today, we have a particular appreciation for those of you around the world who still follow AMC. This is a matter of some consternation for us. Whether you can vote at our shareholder meeting is entirely based on your brokerage firm. So I would encourage you to check with your broker internationally. Hopefully you're with one of the brokerage firms who will allow you to vote your shares at our annual meeting. If not, change brokers.
Thanks, Adam. So the next question is about our entry into the retail popcorn business. The specific question is, when is popcorn likely to be available in stores?
You know, as I said in my prepared remarks, our hope is that we can be there in the fourth quarter of this year, 2022. There's a lot of action behind the scenes, including discussions with various major retailers. And the one thing I know is that our microwave and ready popcorn is going to be a strong competitor. Our brand resonates with consumers. We're known for popcorn. I've had lots of ideas submitted by shareholders that we should include something called a golden ticket with our packaging. That's a great idea, and I'm sure that we will, sort of like Cracker Jack has a gift in every box. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some benefit relating to AMC theater moviegoing in every box of our Perfectly Popcorn. Let's hope we can get there in the last trimester of 2022.
One of the many questions one of the many suggestions that we've had is relating to AMC merchandise. And there's a question of when can people expect to be able to purchase AMC merchandise?
So the suggestion of AMC merchandise is also a good idea. And we've tested some either at our theaters or online. We've had, you may recall, we had a Ghostbusters ambulance that we sold out of. We had Batman cowl popcorn holders that we sold out of. And what's very clear to us is the merchandise is going to work for us. We're in the process of figuring out now how to make AMC branded merchandise and movie-themed merchandise available to our guests, whether at theaters or online. Look for that to unveil to consumers sometime in the second half of 2022.
So people are asking what sort of marketing and initiatives are being done when we acquire new theater locations.
Well, I'll answer the question of what we're doing in a second, but let me start by saying it sure is working. Look at what's going on at the Grove and Americana at Brand out in LA. These were good and strong theaters for ArcLight. That's why we took them into and Pacific. That's why we took them into our network. But their performance has soared on our watch. There are like 5,000 movie theaters in the country, and these two have consistently been performing in the top 30 ever since we took them over. In terms of what we do, the first thing that we look at is how can we upgrade the product, bring AMC service levels and amenities into the theaters that we acquire. We'll be doing the same thing at the Bowtie theaters in Connecticut, upstate New York, and Annapolis that we did out west. In the case of some of our theaters, we're going to be installing IMAX locations or Dolby Cinema locations or both. Beyond improving the product, we're also bringing our loyalty programs to these theaters. AMC Stubs, our frequent movie-going program, AMC Stubs A-List, our monthly subscription program. We're also then, as we convert customers from these theaters into our loyalty programs, we're then communicating with them frequently, certainly on a weekly basis, to let them know what's coming at AMC. We're adding to all this local marketing through social media, including paid media. And as I said, it's all working really well so far. And I might add, we're not done. We're going to add more high-quality theaters to our network throughout 2022.
Some questions about dividends. When will AMC pay a dividend?
Well, I've seen suggestion after suggestion that you'd like to see us pay a dividend. I think we've announced publicly previously that our current debt documents prevent us from paying a cash dividend prior to June of 2023. So this is not really a decision for today. This is a decision for a year down the road.
Another one of the many suggestions, will AMC make its own movies?
You know, this one is a particularly interesting topic. Several years ago, AMC owned 50% of Open Road Films, where we did make our own movies, and in fact got the Oscar in 2016 for the Best Picture of the Year with Spotlight. And I have to say that there are a lot of conversations that are underway now with various movie makers about whether we should repeat our activity in prior years of making our own content. It is something that's on the list. We're thinking very hard about it. We've had very serious conversations with some very well-known movie studio executives, major movie directors, and it is something that has our attention.
With our recent...
Can I just add,
sure,
while we're on the subject? But even if we were to make our own movies, now's a good time to put in a good word to our long-standing studio partners. Hollywood is turning out great product again, and it's finally being released exclusively in theaters for an exclusive theatrical window. And I just want to say how grateful we are to the likes of, you name it, Disney, Universal, Warner Brothers, Sony, Paramount, Lionsgate, all the makers of movies. And it does raise the question, can we convince some of the streamers to introduce their movies, some of their movies theatrically as well? We have had conversations over the years with Netflix, Amazon, and Apple. We continue to make it very clear that we would be very pleased to show some of their bigger, better movies. But in doing so, we have to respect our long-standing industry partners, the major studios. We can't have one set of rules for the major studios and a separate set of rules for streamers. But if we can convince the streamers that it's in their interest to show movies theatrically, that might be yet another way of getting more movie product into our theaters.
So with our recent acceptance of cryptocurrencies and other forms of payment, people want to know to what extent are these new forms of payment being accepted, including Dogecoin, Bitcoin, etc.?
So, this was only put on our radar screen by our shareholders. And there was just enormous interest in it. And so we went down the path of doing the programming required to accept cryptocurrency. And what we found is that the same programming that was needed to accept cryptocurrency is the exact same programming that we needed to accept Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, and a whole bunch of other payment types. And it's been a massive home run for us. While crypto itself is modest in usage, when you take all of those new payment types that we introduced for AMC as a result of our exploring crypto, again, it's in the neighborhood of a third of our total online ticketing is now being paid for in all these various alternate payment methods. So I would say this whole endeavor has been a massive success for us. And of course, the holy grail is, do we actually ever consider launching a cryptocurrency of our own? We've said publicly that we're intrigued by that notion. We're studying that notion. The biggest issue that we want to make sure that we get exactly right is that we believe the regulatory environment around cryptocurrency will radically change during 2022 and 2023. And we want to make sure that if we do embrace issuing cryptocurrency rather than just accepting cryptocurrency, that we anticipate the new regulatory climate well, and we stay on the right side of the law.
People are interested in our plans with respect to NFTs. Up until now, we've been largely using them for promotional purposes. There's questions as to whether AMC would look to sell NFTs in the future.
So that also is an interesting question. That also was put on the radar screen by our shareholder base. I said in my earlier remarks that we have 8 NFT programs that either already been launched or in the works. We historically we only had 4 of these programs so far, but historically we've been giving away these NFTs. We did an interesting poll on Twitter saying, should we continue to give them away free or should we sell them? And the results of that poll in very round numbers are, 3/5 or 2/3 said keep giving away free, but a healthy percentage said we should sell some NFTs to generate some funds. So who knows exactly what we'll do going forward. Maybe we'll do a mixture of both. Some NFT programs we will give away free and others we will sell. But we are exploring very carefully and thinking very hard about how to maximize the profitability possibilities that could accrue to AMC from our interest in NFTs. And I would say that with respect to our competition, we're way out in front of any other movie theater exhibitor anywhere on the planet. We've issued literally hundreds of thousands more NFTs than anyone else.
There's a broad-ranging question here about how we keep AMC relevant with the strength of streaming.
Well, I do think that's playing out before our very eyes. If you look at the pandemic, the period when movie theaters were shut, studios played around with every possible variation of theatrical release, including taking some movies to the home simultaneous with theatrical release. In other cases, just taking movies to the home and not releasing them at theaters overall. I think we've convinced Hollywood that the way to optimize their profitability is for them to support their streaming services, but also to support theatrical exhibition. Theatrical window has returned. That's good for the future and relevance of movie theaters. Beyond that, though, if you really look at the darker times for revenue generation over the past 24 months, it's been because there just wasn't a lot of good movies coming out. And it wasn't so much the quality of movies that was bad, it was the quantity of movies that was depressed. What's happened of late, it started in the fourth quarter of 2021, finishing up with a huge hit in Spider-Man No Way Home, third biggest movie of all time. Then we saw Uncharted and the Batman in the first quarter. Now we're seeing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Top Gun Maverick's around the corner. Jurassic World Dominion's around the corner. The summer is filled with movies. The fall, Christmas comes Avatar 2. I really do think that, among the biggest things we can do to assure our relevance is to make sure that we have a steady parade and cavalcade of major movie titles with broad consumer appeal that are being released by studios. Beyond that, then at AMC, we have a further obligation on top of just having good movies at our disposal. And we are absolutely committed to being innovators in theatrical exhibition, keeping the quality of our theaters high. As I said, we're investing sufficient funds to get $250 million of laser projection equipment into our theaters coming down soon. We've got more IMAX locations coming, more Dolby Cinema locations coming. We are going to continue to make our food products more enticing at AMC as we look ahead. So take all that together, combine it with the fact that people have been going to movie theaters for a century. I'm just certain of one thing in life. The movie theater industry as an industry and AMC as a company, we will be relevant and we will take whatever actions we need to stay relevant as we look ahead.
And finally, question about our partnership with Dreamscape and our plans with respect to that partnership. Will AMC consider more Dreamscape locations, for example?
Well, for those of you who don't know what Dreamscape is, it's a really innovative virtual reality product. We opened up 3 Dreamscape locations, one in New Jersey, one in Ohio, one in Texas, to test them. The product is spectacular. The economic returns are okay. They're not spectacular, but they're okay. We're told that there are changes in the technology coming with VR that will make it more affordable to introduce more Dreamscape locations. So with respect to Dreamscape specifically, we will see. But the fact that we were willing to embrace Dreamscape 3 or 4 years ago, I think is yet another signal of AMC's willingness to embrace alternate content. And this summer, we experimented with a variety of interesting concepts, showing concert movies, some live, some on tape. We showed WWE and UFC events in our theaters. For 2 of the past 3 years, we showed NFL games on Sunday afternoons in our theaters. And I just have a strong view that if we can obtain the rights to show professional sporting events or collegiate sporting events in our theaters going forward, that would be very popular with our guests. So all of this is in the works. And the minute we strike a rights deal with a major league, we will put out a press release. With that, are there any other questions? Do we have time? It's already 59 minutes in. We kind of promised people an hour. So maybe operator will take a question and then call it a day.
Thank you. It appears we have reached our time limit for the conference. This concludes our question and answer session. I would like to turn back to you for closing remarks.
All right, operator, I guess we're done. We tried. Closing remarks. Very simple, folks. We had a good quarter. We're on the march forward. We're in the middle of a long road to recovery. But if you ever want to get enthusiastic about where we are on that road, just look at the $187.4 million. 26% of it was ours from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness this weekend. Go see it at an AMC theater near you. And I am telling you, whatever you do in life, do not miss Top Gun Maverick. It is one spectacular movie. Thank you, operator. Thank you, one and all, for listening.